Hello there, ladies and gents. How is it coming along? We've got ourselves a hot show match. This is actually sponsored by Dark Angel, who really wanted to see these two fight. Now, we've got a bit of a draft situation already sorted out for you, so there's absolutely no time to waste. I just need to add the flags to the players. There we go. Hope you're all having a great weekend. We had a fun amateur league yesterday, and now it's time for Pro Hour. There's also speaking of pros, there's also going to be the Pro League tournament, which you can now sign up to. It should be pinned in both of the chats. That's Twitch and YouTube. And all you gotta do is have an account with us. Pray that the website works. Why won't it open? Why won't anything open? Okay, it works now. All you gotta do is have an account with us. Scroll down, find the giant button to join, and then you've joined. There's no restrictions, it's the Pro League. Everybody's welcome. Alright, Scoot is inviting me. Let's get it on the road. We're starting a little bit late, as I thought Aatrox will no-show this time again. But he showed up with a slight lateness and I wasn't ready to go, so now I'm ready. Apologies to Scoot for this. And we can go and fight. Oh, Scoot doesn't have him added, what the heck? So I'm inviting Aatrox, let's go. You guys wanna have a little bet in the chat? I think we could do that, yeah? It's for the Twitchers. So game by game. Don't know the starting map just yet. We're gonna find out eventually. Looks like it is going to be Bedrock, ladies and gents. Seems good to me. Sean in the chat. Hey Sean, after this, do you have some time to chit chat about your little petition thingy? Would be cool. We don't have to do it live if you don't want to. Could do it separately. Just wondering. Because I forgot to ask you last week, actually. Hey, we're loading in. Let's do this. Bedrock. Ladies and gents, welcome to a super fun 50-pound show match here for Halo Wars 2, hosted by Dark. Thank you very much to Dark. In the blue color, this is Scootman. He's playing as Pavium. On the other side here on Bedrock, this is Aatrox. It's difficult to get this show match going because of the massive time zone differences. Aatrox in China, Scoot in Canada, myself in the UK, so we're literally all over the globe here. The Earth is not flat. Yeah, like I said, the winner will be winning 50 pounds, and this is a best of 7. Now, Pavium here is pretty brutal because you can technically squeeze out multiple choppers with a supply-focused burnout, and that's exactly what Scoot will be doing. That means that red chopper will be pretty much instantly dead. So that's pretty brutal to start with. And all I gotta do here is make this a show match text, as I keep forgetting to do that every time. The choppers are just able to hunt down the grunts as well. I mean, the 2v1 is just not even close there. Aatrox probably will be opting for the hero. No surprises there. Especially if you pair the Chosen with some plasma mines. He's able to just sit on those, and even Mass Chopper can't really bring him down, to be honest. However, I'm not sure Scoot is going for that. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for some kind of second generator. There we go. On the front slots, so he can just burn out all these 4 front buildings. Now, this makes sense considering that he's doing the chopper pressure, right? And he's cleaning up the entire map. Aatrox doesn't have units out, except for this one grunt, which will eventually be found. And once Scoot does that, he can take that down as well. No power node capturing for the foreseeable future for Aatrox, although he is going to remake some grunts now. Still, maybe Scoot will make a 3rd chopper, who knows. For now, he's just getting his minis. He's also getting his own War Council, which will be a pretty good way to sort of match the Aatrox's Chosen. I mean, they're 2 really similar heroes, right? Except Pavim is slow and repairs buildings, and Aatrox is fast and has a slowing effect on each attack. So that's pretty good. By the way, just a quick shout out for the recent website patrons. We got Lemonland and Technician renewing just today and yesterday, respectively. Appreciate you both very much indeed. Chosen will be cleaning up the Sentinels. Wonder what kind of crazy shenanigans Aatrox will come up with. So far, it's super standard, but he has some, you know, streaks of certain ideas that other people wouldn't do. You guys must have seen that clip of him juggling his Scarab through a Shipmaster portal to dodge Vulture nukes. Yeah. I'm sure he'll come up with something in this series. You just stay tuned. Let him do his standard Aatrox for a little bit. He's just waking up. Well, Scoot's also just making grunts. There's no sign of brutes anywhere or anything like that. Just these 2. It's very, very minimal. After all, you don't want to be kited by the Chosen, as he'll just take them down. You have to land those jumps. And that's not the easiest thing. That's just a chopper. Nothing to worry about. Aatrox is going for tier 2 now. Scoot is already there. And he's got a second raid camp. Now I'm curious, will this be a brute based tier 2? Or will Scoot also be expanding? Because trying to match Aatrox with expanding is not going to be the easiest thing. I bet he has fortifications because we've not seen... Oh wait, he has countermeasures. He might not have fortifications then. But then I haven't seen plasma mines. So what is he doing? Is this half fortifications and half countermeasures? He might be playing for... No, he's gonna go Marauder. Okay, so the Marauder style exists to basically counter the Brute spam. But I'm not sure that's what Scoot's doing. He's making Rangers right now. And probably Limousines will come eventually. There's the first one. Aatrox is probably not gonna get 3 bases here, right? That would be highly unreasonable. Well, Pav Daddy is already in the limousine. It'll be extremely difficult to dislodge him. He's gonna have an easy time following the Chosen now. Eats all those countermeasure mines. I'll tell you what, the Marauder actually does some pretty decent damage to it. However, it's the beam that will really finish off the limousine. Pavium is tier 2 upgraded, so he can kind of take it for a while. So far, he's only lost the shields. I'm still getting a Marauder kill there. Aatrox doesn't really want to engage with that low shield Chosen there. He gets nerfed, and the Ranger is doing massive damage to him. I'm not sure he can tolerate this. Oh, I think the nerf beam at this point will finish him. One shot maybe from Pavium. Yes, there we go. Very nice takedown. Scoot has the shields back online, so he's won the micro battle. And now he's going to be putting on pressure onto Aatrox's base. We should be seeing a pair of Hunters from all of these. But I think Scoot is just swapping into Brutes, it looks like, and then Hunters. Interesting. Not sure what that's all about. Aatrox doing some hunting for the reinforcements, cutting into them while it's easy to get the kills. Really good move, but this Pavium hero is just absolutely bonkers. He'll smack the Marauders good. Like, the Marauders are a good answer to Brutes, right? That's great, but limousines? Certainly not limousines filled with Hunters. That's terrible. That's a terrible matchup for Marauders. And Scoot can go tier 3, so he can follow this up with whatever he likes. But I don't think he will do that. I think he just queued Dark Skies or something. No, he's making Hunters. And a generator upgrade. Either way, that's enough anti-vehicle as is. For now. Aatrox has his 5 slots here. Might be able to get up a shield, but it's gonna be a tight timing, especially if the Brutes get on top of that thing. Good news for Aatrox is Scoot doesn't have Dark Skies. What a jump! That's crazy that he landed that. Aatrox didn't even try to wiggle out of it. Another decent landing there. Shield's gone, and suddenly health's gone. Nearly died, but just about managed to make it out of there. Okay, here's the counterattack with some Marauders going after the mini bases. These guys don't give you any time to breathe. There's constantly some action going on. Something's queued up. Some undefended locations getting hit. That's always how these guys play, and that's how they should play. That's how you should play if you can manage. If you can't manage, then practice until you can. Well, the shield is up. I guess the Chosen was the bait. And Scoot took it. Now with that said, we are starting to approach the timing mark of 10 minutes plus. And depending on how the matches go, around this time you get 5th point. Now Scoot is going to need a little bit more here. Not the end of the world, but it's alright. Just going to burn out the extractors on the side. And there's an engineer as well to heal, but Aatrox taking over the mini bases is a huge deal as well. Now bear in mind that you have to catch up with burnout there, so it's not the easiest thing. Aatrox also preparing for the Lich drop with a bunch of Reaverinos. Marauders won't be a good counter, but certainly the Reavers are. Man's not going to be tier 3, but Scoot's, I think, ready to drop the Lich any moment now. There it is. Got a little heal zone here as well. Beams coming down on one of the limousines. That one will go down. But then the Pavium hero is still a Giga Chad, and he can just nerf the base or something. in order for... Oh, he's nerfing the hero, actually, and it's doing some pretty good damage, but there's a heal there for Aatrox as well. I don't think it's enough. Just the nerf beam alone gets the kill, and Harvim has his shield on himself as well. Wraith is being made on location, but there is an anti-vehicle turret, so Aatrox was smart about that. Anyway, as long as Scoot gets out some more of these, everything will be just fine. It doesn't matter if you lose one Wraith as long as you destroy the base, right? Even if you lose 3 Wraiths, it's fine. It's a great trade. And it doesn't look like Aatrox is really able to deal with this. He's got a bunch of Marauders. He's stolen the minis, right? That's great for the economy. He's also controlling the power nodes. I mean, the multitasking for this guy is just through the roof. But it doesn't matter if you can't defend the all-in counter pressure. And should I really seriously say that it's all-in? I think not. I think not. Like, Scoot can recover if he has to. Base is at half health right now. Looks like he is going to back out of here. Oh boy. Chosen's being remade and he's coming back. Shield generator will be juggled up. And Aatrox is alive. He's going tier 3. Maybe we've written him off a little bit too soon. He's fine. Must good opt into a Scarab. I really thought Scoot was gonna potentially get that base, but then he didn't bring more units, he didn't make more Wraiths. He's run out of money, actually. That's the mini base difference. Meanwhile, Aatrox is on freaking 3 bases. Okay, this one is not really a base. This one is gone. More Wraiths coming out. And I'm not sure Scoot has what it takes to handle them right now. He certainly doesn't have the numbers himself. So I still think he should be going more limousines with hunters in them. That's probably his best shot to handle this situation. He'll be able to rebuy his mini bases in the back once he clears them up. Is Aatrox a good pick for this map? I would say so. By the way, we've got these mutually exclusive picks, so this is what's left on each of the sides. They could have done any of those leaders. Like, what would you rather pick from Aatrox's roster than that? I guess you could go Colony or something like that, or Cutter or Forge, but is it really preferable to what he's doing right now? As long as he gets these bases up and running and has a nice economy and maintains map control, I would say Aatrox is doing just fine. Scoot has a population upgrade already. Chosen's coming here to hunt down the Wraith. That will mean that Aatrox can hold on to the minis. Amazing. Got a bit of an attack here on an upgraded base. It's a 7 slot now with a cloak generator. Probably the main base will get that at some point too. More Wraiths coming out for the Aatrox gamer. Meanwhile, Scoot is ready to go 120 population. He's got another base here. 45 upgrades coming through. Of course, you don't send one Wraith to deal with the Chosen. Rather, he's choosing to ball with the entire crew. Scoot does have some units scattered around the map. He's not really taking the power nodes, which is definitely hurting him a lot. Aatrox is kind of making up for the lack of burnout with that. Kind of. Tries to scorch him, but easier said than done. Thing is, Aatrox just has a lot more Wraiths. It will really depend on the amount of hunters in these limousines, whether Scoot will be able to win the next fight. He's got a star on this hero, which is absolutely nuts. And he's now taking Aatrox's bases. Could actually work out. Okay, there we go. He's taking the power nodes now. But meanwhile, Aatrox is like, okay, I see where you are. I know where you're not. The Scoot doesn't have any vehicle upgrades on these turrets, so now they could be destroyed real quick. But of course, he's responding to this fairly quickly himself. Situation's fine-ish. Aatrox is just gonna retreat. Population is extremely similar between the two. Scoot's taking down those minis now. And now that he's gonna have 2 power nodes, things are a lot nicer for sure. Shield generators coming up. And while that base will be definitely denied, these units will be in a choke point, and maybe Scoot can exploit that with perhaps a nerf beam and ultra mines or something like that. Surely he has the point by now, or rain of fire at least. He can't be invulnerable against both of them, unless you use the ultimate. Aatrox is here. Scoot doesn't quite want the business. Not under the shields. Not with that supporting anti-vehicle turret. Late game, obviously, it's very important to make sure you have all your upgrades. Aatrox just got himself Scorch. Scoot seems to be getting vehicle level 3. I'm not sure Aatrox has that. But he's sure denying the bases. Good job with that. Yeah, Scoot's going into Mega Turret territory. Very interesting. Aatrox attacking the main now. There's no cloak here. There's no second turret. Rain of Fire is getting put down. Let's see if Pavium can do something, but not against the invulnerable guys. Certainly not. They're no longer invulnerable, but meanwhile Scoot has lost a lot of his population. Aatrox is up 105 population against 83. The Scorchers are coming through. There's another invulnerability slash heal for Aatrox. He's kind of surviving, but some of these Wraiths are taking AoE damage. They are going down together. Aatrox is beaten back for now. Scoot's defender's advantage is just too massive. 45 base upgrade 2 is finishing up at the same time. The Mega Turret's upgrade is done as well. The second one coming through. Aatrox has to leave. I think he needs some engineer support there. Now we'll see who can remax best. I think there's nothing that can stop Scoot at least denying these bases, right? Oh, wait a second. Actually, Aatrox might be able to upgrade that all the way. Why is Scoot not making 120 pop? Because he just lost a lot of his army. He has it. But I mean, clearly he can't. Another Mega Turret's coming in. Now both players are gonna be fully set up. We're entering the real late game scenario. 45 base free. Aatrox on potentially 7 slots soon here. The shield's coming up. That base is secure now. Pavium there, the massive Bastion in the middle of all this. With his reflecting shield. And the Mega Turrets make it extremely difficult to push through. Okay, Scoot finally has the money to get to 200, 200? 120 pop. I wish you could get to 200, but I think the maps would be a bit too small, actually. Like, they need to open them up for the full size or something like that with 200. You know how 1v1 just cuts off half the thing? Like, all this would be nice to have. And have a reinforcements level 3. But as you know, the old Xbox console wouldn't be able to run it, so that's why it is the way it is. Lich on the defensive. That's interesting. I mean, it will hold the ground. It's kind of working. Scoot's engineers are also fixing up the base. There's gonna be more Giga turrets. This one still needs the upgrades. Soon TM, be patient, chat. To see the addition of a handful of Reavers to take care of the air support. Alright, now what? Now this is awkward. Whoever has the better fundamentals has a good chance to win. And beating Pavium on the ground with all those mega turrets interfering is certainly not easy. But Aatrox does have all the invulnerabilities in the world. That could make a massive difference for a very coordinated push with those. Especially if he powers through with Beam 2. Although Beam 2 kind of just invites you to get, you know, mined up, which is not so great. Well, there's a Rain of Fire. Gets countered, but positionally he's been pushed away. Sensor towers making sure that Scootman can see everything up there. The Wraiths are absolutely going to demolish those. I mean, without a shield, this is just not such a great idea to put them up. They are so fragile, even with even with fortifications level 3. It's just a really good target to pick. Still not upgraded there. Eradication's coming down. There's no shield. Scoot's gonna definitely take some of that hit. But his hero is looking good. He only lost the limousine read. There's plenty of Scorchers around. The hero is dead. Really good snipe there. Especially if he can keep his own 1-star guy alive. Jumps into a limousine and everything's gonna be fine. Aatrox is unbreakable. He's pushing in some more. He drops in some suicide runs for good measure, because that's what you need. I think they might waste a shot of Wraiths or something, right? Mega turrets gets taken down again. There's no shielding for Scoot. He only has Reavers for the most part. But his Pavium is still alive in the limousine, and I think that might just make all the difference. But there is a beam level 2 that will take care of that Wraith. Can he beat 6 Wraiths with 1 Pavium and 2 Hunters? Hey, one of the Hunters actually has veterancy already. That is great. Base is full health, and there's more of this coming. Scoot really needs the shield, man. Seriously. That was a great fight, though. Imagine how much easier that could have been with a shield. Aatrox has a lot more money, however, so remaxing shouldn't be much of a problem. He's already doing great, pumping 4 Wraiths a time. Okay, you should probably have a third production facility for that. Scoot's just chilling over here. He's gonna be remaking some of the buildings. Aatrox once again going for those precious mini bases. Oh, by the way, Aatrox is on keyboard and mouse, hence the sudden jumps with control groups and everything, camera location keys. Definitely love me some keyboard and mouse gameplay. If you have the facilities, I think you should do it too. Definitely a little bit ambitious to attack here. But hey, if you can manage to take out the mega turrets, mini turrets, we're not doing those. I think they might take them down, actually. Despite the rain on fire. Is that a good trade? I mean, it's an okay trade. It made Scoot redo his shield generator, but I'm sure he has full salvage. Which means it doesn't actually cost him anything. That's, by the way, broken. The Pavium gets the shield juggle for free. Absolutely disgusting. Just gonna say that. I wonder how controversial that thought is. Reaver's getting absolutely scorched there. To be fair, if you lose that shield generator while you juggle, it's not free. But who said anything about losing it? More Giga turrets. Yes, yes, yes. Scoot must be feeling good about the economy, as he's borrowing from future income there. Well, Aatrox is just rich. He doesn't have too much production himself, actually. I complained about this before. Really just the 2 foundries. And Scoot just appears to be happy to turtle. I mean, if he gets all those mega turrets upgraded, he could technically do a scarab swap after that. Single Wraith heading back to take care of the mini situation. By the way, 4 extractors now on Scoot's main. Mega turrets doing work. So many. Hey guys, while we have 5 minutes peace here, call your friends, tell them these titans of the game are indeed fighting right now. Anyone that wants to improve doesn't want to miss. And players of this caliber go head to head. While you're at it, you can tell them to sign up for the Pro League. There are going to be 235 pounds in the prize pool, plus whatever people end up donating on top of that. That's next not Sunday, Saturday, June 6th. Eradication. Takes out a mega turret, not much else. I mean, level 3 buildings are pretty damn strong, right? Rain of Fire's coming down. It's not upgraded, but it doesn't seem like it needs to be. The Scorchers adding a massive amount of damage, and Aatrox is pushed back for now. Once again, the defensive Lich is an interesting solution to the problem. One Mega Turret would need to be remade potentially, but I think first and foremost the units need to be remade. Are we gonna see another burnout? I'm not sure if he's actually ready for it. Look how rich Aatrox is! Holy cow! Is this man just... I'm seeing him lose the units, but the fact that he has so many more buildings than Scoot actually means he's just gonna have more money. Doesn't matter if there's burnout. Doesn't matter that he's the attacking side. So good. Shrouds are somewhat countering the Giga Turret spam. Somewhat. They will be also going down. Oh, what just happened here? Why are the Reavers doing this tanking? Hero will be going down. That's 1 star is now gone. Suicide Ground's getting picked out of the air. There's very weak Shrouds at this point. Chosen has been saved by the Shrouds just now. Great point defense shots. Lingering Death is getting research. Pavium will be rolled out within seconds. Scoot has his fleet of Wraiths ready. Aatrox is going to take a little bit longer, but now that he has logistics upgrades, he doesn't seem to need too many more production facilities, so it's all good. I still think he should have a 3rd factory just for safety. Okay, finally these guys are getting their upgrades as well. It's to be done individually, so it just takes some time to afford it all. But Aatrox is already saving money for the next game. I feel like he could be a bit more adventurous. But if he keeps trading with Scoot, I don't think Scoot can keep up economically. But that's just me. Ultramine's getting dropped in, but also getting taken care of very easily. Mega Turret's actually getting some kills here and there. And the Orbital Designator is ready as well. I kind of would like Scoot to use it. But maybe he's waiting for the level 2. Because that would also nerf people. Decent Rain of Fire, but ultimately doesn't do too much. It's the Giga Turrets that are doing the work. These seem all upgraded. Them too. So what Scoot wants is to fight around the middle. That way all the Mega Turrets will be engaging in the fight. Wraith down. Alright, Scoot, let's go. Let's see what a combo with leader powers. I guess so. Well, guys, don't discount Aatrox just yet. He's got a lot of money. A lot more than Scoot. If he keeps somehow fighting here. He can trade. He can win, but that might be too many mega turrets already. We'll need a big run with invulnerability. Is switching full air an option? It's hard, right? Because you only need reavers and you got anti-ground with the turrets. So you'd have to switch back and forth really. What's really good is scarabs, actually. Especially with the invulnerabilities of Aatrox. You break the shield and you stomp over the mega turrets. That's one of the best ways to clear them. Eradication's coming down again, but shield advantage bases with level 3 upgraded buildings are going to be pretty resistant to that stuff. Also, there's a bug with shields. And they regenerate. I think Aatrox just lost all his ground units. Ouch. Yeah, this isn't the way. The Locust business, I don't quite like it. Scoot's getting braver now. He's heading out. He's got a massive, massive bank, so not much to worry about really at this point. One of the mega turrets goes down. Another one gets stunned by the suicide grunts, but it will be fine. So Scoot's portal gets taken out right away. The Locusts are really good at that. But as soon as the base shields here are gone, the mega turrets will be adding damage to the battle. And with the Lich now starting to target down the turrets, actually the situation for Aatrox is starting to look pretty damn bad. Resources are fine, but he never had the production to really keep up with Scoot. He's getting Rain of Fire now as well, which is going to push him away from the base. Scoot can just target this thing down. He's got fully upgraded everything, right? So he can just target this thing and it will basically disappear despite of all the healing that Aatrox is putting in. Although if Scoot is slicing half his army into that veg, he will actually lose them. He's definitely taking a risk there. Shield generator gets denied for now. But thanks to all these reavers, the air support is slowly dwindling for Aatrox. He can't hold. His hero just fell. And his wraiths are getting picked apart also. Lich is still not done, by the way. The base is at super low health. The mega turrets are still firing at all this. I don't think Aatrox can get up a shield, but he sure has a scarab. I don't think that's very good for holding the location, but he can definitely beat the army back. Oh, the nerf beam. Or rather, the nerf targeting. We'll get Aatrox's base destroyed for now. We're still going Locusts. Right, perhaps the Scarab has an opportunity here to stomp over the base or something and destroy the mega turrets. But it's easier said than done, especially with that many wraiths around. It's already on red health. Aatrox will have to make another one. Is he? Spamming Locusts. They're so weak. That was a really good push by Scoot, by the way. Scarab has been destroyed. really trying to get back up again, but it can't. Question in the chat about what's going on with Reavers targeting a single Banshee when you click them. Well, you clicked them, right? That's the problem. If you don't click them, they'll just automatically shoot whatever's closest. So if you just shake them, shake them, shake them, if you wiggle, 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 they're gonna just shoot whatever's closest. And if you're fighting against Banshees, they'll also be dodging those green balls. You can dodge the fuel rod shots, that's like most of their damage anyway against vehicles. But yeah, that's how you avoid overkill. You don't focus fire, you just let them shoot against blobs of air. Focus fire is great in most scenarios, just not with that. There's like a bunch of Reaver volleys and it's already done, but you have several Reavers. It's not necessary. Anyways, not super relevant for this game. Nobody's gonna do that, supposedly. The Scarab Stomp, much more likely. Interestingly, there's no cloak here. That would have helped a little bit to make this job a little bit more difficult. Anyways, Scoot's coming around with all his Wraiths, save for a few to take the minis with on the far side. Eradication's coming down on the army and Scoot's sitting right in the middle of it. Oh, yo, 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 yo. He's eaten that. Now let's see what that Scrab can do. It's certainly going after the Mega Turrets. Doesn't need the Stomps. Holy shit! Aatrox wasn't looking at the mines! Oh my god! That is insane! Scoot just absolutely abused this poor man. I wasn't even paying too much attention to that, but you can't ignore that explosion. Even my tired old brain has to respond to that. Okay, Lich is coming in. We've got the ground scarab versus the air scarab. But I just don't see a lot for Aatrox here to make this work. He has to pull out. He's destroyed the mega turrets. It's good enough for now. Come back late. Oh, I guess he's invulnerable. Hey, 1-star Locust, let's go. 1-star Scarab. Engineers getting the nerf beam there. And some subsequent destruction as well. Can actually that Scarab make it out? I mean, Scoot's kind of chasing it down. This is looking good. Aww. Scrap has been scrapped. Aatrox just gave up. He's had enough. Dude, Scoot's OP, man. What the hell was that? I love it. Do it again. Great. Great work. Not much to add. I think the binds speak for themselves, right? Great work. Alright, let's see what else we've got. Whatever map it's gonna be, Aatrox must be tempted to bring out his Arbiter and Colony, right? We see that a lot from him. He's got good everything, but those leaders in particular are highly noteworthy, in my opinion, as far as what he's got. Who's atting me? That's fine. Alright, we've got Scoot betters. 29% returns, guys. Not bad for a match's work. So take your points and enjoy. Go and vote for the second one as well. And I mean, send your friends that clip that Sam just shared in the chat. That's what they're missing. Those noobs that aren't watching. They have no idea. I've told you to call your friends. It doesn't work. I can say the words, but nobody's listening. And then they miss the Ultra Mines. That's what you get. It's well deserved. Go to Rift. Probably Arbiter. Well, that's odd. Scoot's bringing freaking Anders here. That's not the oddest part. The odd part is Aatrox, who's got Cutter. I'm not gonna knock on Cutter, right? Like, he's good. But, I mean, these guys had the following leaders available for this map. We had Shipmaster for Scoot, right? That's great. Yup, also. Such a good pick for Rift. Decimus, amazing. For Aatrox, we had Arbiter and Colony, and he didn't pick those. He didn't even pick Forge. No, he's going Cutter. There's nothing wrong with Cutter. It's just, I don't really think that Rift is the best map for him. If you can save him for something more open and mobile, like, I don't know, Vault, for example. That's a pretty good example of where I'd want to use Cutter. But maybe he wants to save Forge for that. Who knows? Maybe he's had enough of long games after that. Scoot seems to be in his comfort zone anyway. And if this goes very long, Aatrox would be in trouble anyhow. The Kodiaks are a massive problem for Cutter in the later stages. And Anders can just pretty much party the whole time. Do the players... question in the chat. Do the players play using mouse and keyboard, or do they use controller? How do the pros play? So it's pretty varied. It really depends on the player, but it's about equal in terms of what you can do. Controller allows you to, you know, just have a little bit easier production and menu management, whereas keyboard and mouse does require to move your hand quite a lot to close the menus and everything. However, you can do better micro with keyboard and mouse, and you have camera location hotkeys, so you don't have to flick through all the bases. You can just jump to the exact base that you want. You can save up to 8 locations per game, and that's usually used on bases. Aatrox is a keyboard and mouse player. Scoot is on controller. Most pros are on controller, to be honest, but that's because it's an Xbox heavy game. People got used to it, and then they just worked on getting better, really. Halo Wars 2 doesn't super require a lot of APM, right? And if the players are super solid, they can play just fine with a controller. But there's a small edge to keyboard and mouse, definitely. The interface doesn't let you, like, hotkey multiple buildings at once, so you still have to manually click them and queue up the units like it's StarCraft Brood War. So it's pretty limited as far as that goes. Got a lot of Marines coming through and the Spartan for Aatrox. Nothing too surprising here. I mean, Cutter's just going to play a more dynamic tier 1, trying to capture power nodes and stuff like that. That's already the case, and Scoot will really need some sort of answer to this. He's going to probably opt into Vortox, it looks like. He isn't preparing for a hero or anything like that just yet. I wonder if Aatrox is going to go to this base, but I would wager not. I don't think he will do it. There's just too many turrets already, and if Scoot ends up upgrading to anti-infantry, well, that's just gonna protect him, right? Now, ODSTs could be dropped in, which is a bit of a threat. Garages are coming through. And Scoot's upgrading the last of his pads. Triple garage. Now, that is commitment, ladies and gents. This must be some kind of Warthog gameplay. No hero. Nothing like that stuff. Yeah. Warthogs indeed. Aatrox already has 4 power nodes, by the way. He's working on that 5th in a second. Take it away from Scoot. Of course, Scoot is going to try to come over and clear these real quick. What's really important for Aatrox is to be able to reach tier 2 in a comfortable manner, but he's going to need 800 more resources for that. He's just unlocked the ODSTs, which is going to make him able to deal with one wave of Warthogs, but to really be able to deal with them, he needs to stack... Vehicle upgrade coming through. He really needs to stack his Diegos, the veteran Cyclops drop. That will be important to make this work. Scoot's trying to get a ninja expansion. Easier said than done when Cutters roll over you like this. The Marines, by the way, do not have grenades. That's a very serious limitation here. I wonder if the Spartan has hijack. I think it does. Health bar looks good. Like I said, the ODSTs will help you deal with at least one wave of hogs. And just through sheer numbers, the Marines are doing fine here. Scoot has to scuttle the base. Plenty of hogs. Scouting that third base location, but Aatrox isn't there. He's going tier 2 at the same time as upgrading to 5 slots here, so that's pretty good. He's basically full population, so at this point it's super worth it to upgrade your Marines to combat tech. Because you want to be able to handle Warthogs. Yeah, it's starting to be a larger number now, but the good news for Aatrox is that he's about to have his Diego drop. As he's holding on to the power nodes, affording that is never going to be a problem. Hey! What is that? Pick up the crates, man! There's Diego. The more of them you have, the better, so dropping them sooner rather than later is a good idea. Reset those cooldowns. Scoot's just not allowed to expand. This is rough. How many vehicle upgrades does he have? Because once these are level 2, the Marines just start melting. I wonder where he's gonna go tier 3. But what would he really do with it? Could go Gauss Hogs. But I think this might be just about saving up for the Retriever Sentinel. We'll see what Scoot clicks. I'm going to stay on his resources now because we're starting to get to that kind of stage where that matters most. Aatrox is doing some really solid spending. Making sure that everything's spent. Okay, Scoot just spent a lot of resources. I think he might be getting a Spartan or something. What is he doing? Population? Okay, he does want the Retriever Sentinel and he's balancing his resources as well for that because that's costing 2,000. Is a ninja base even worth it? I mean, sometimes people don't notice that you're taking one. It's a risk. At this level, I'd say people will notice. Because they're thinking about it all the time, right? They're thinking about, what could he be doing? I'm not seeing his base. There must be some ninja. That's as much brain power as that takes. Spartan is coming out for Scoot indeed. He is just spending all his resources. I don't think he's going to be rushing for a retriever drop anytime soon, but I would like him to do a retriever quite a lot actually, because if he does, Aatrox is going to have a significantly difficult time against that. You see, the Marines in theory counter air, but the retriever has so much area of effect damage that the Marines just kind of get melted. Wolverines don't work either because the burst damage of the retriever takes them out. So as long as you don't like rush it down with like 7 Wolverines, of course, but then the Warthogs are in the way of that. So what you really need is vultures. The vulture nukes cannot be dodged, and they deal massive amounts of damage to that thing. So that is the way to go. Scoot's base is under seriously heavy attack, and these Warthogs on the counter-offensive just aren't able to get all that much done. Now Aatrox also has turrets here. He's dropped in the Diego to help defend, and meanwhile he's got enough time to take this out. Scoot is also working on Aatrox's mini bases though on the far side of everything. Just a few Warthogs who run around can cause a lot of chaos. And Scoot's also recapturing the power nodes. Like, the Warthogs are really starting to take control now. You also want to be really careful with that Spartan. I think Aatrox has other plans. He's already heading to the main. Maybe he has got either the big drop or close air support. Diego is chilling in there. There's 2 Diegos here. Drop turret's gonna buy some time. Double anti-infantry turret, anti-air turret as well. Scoot doesn't have enough to drop in. There's nothing there actually. He doesn't have enough to drop in the Retriever Sentinel, but there's a close air support as well. The turrets are getting smoked. The damage donut will probably strip the base of the rest of the defenses. Nightingales for now, kind of keeping the infantry going. But the Warthogs do arrive to try and clean up, but the close air support Pelicans absolutely own them. This isn't even close. Don't forget about the Diegos, by the way, who have been shooting from there. Scoot appears to have some Wolverines as well, just for the sake of it. If he really must, he could build some watchtowers, but I don't think that's needed. Spartan's still going. Could get a huge stun in there, perhaps, but the Nightingales for now are keeping the army going. I wonder if Aatrox has a big drop ready to go as well, or at least an ODST, but he's basically maxed out. I wonder where his population upgrade is. There's no reason he couldn't just destroy the garages. There's the ODST. Spartan's getting super low. Where is Scoot's Retriever? He doesn't have the money. He has the minis, but not the monies. Why so many Nightingales? Because they keep each other alive too, and you get all the smokes, the holy smokes for the turrets. Okay, there's the Retriever ability. Great split from Aatrox, actually. Only loses 2 Marines to that. The rest can keep shooting, but unfortunately for him, this thing has insane range, and Scoot can just safely sit back and watch Aatrox's army get destroyed. Now there's no more turrets, so still there's a little bit of a threat level here. But the big drop comes through for Aatrox. He can keep reinforcing this. The Wolverine is adding some decent damage in, but it's getting outranged significantly as well. Can't quite see on the high ground until the Nightingales come around. And that should be it for that Wolverine, if Scoot just shoots it. Can Aatrox heal that thing? That would be great. And if Scoot's buildings actually get stripped off, he just loses, Retriever or no. See, that's why he's making so many Nightingales. Wolverine is back to healthy status. There's so many Diegos, they'll be taking insane amounts of damage before they go down. Scoot calls in the Sentinels. He can still remake the buildings, barely, but it's really the mini base is keeping him alive at this point. Can he clean up the army? It's going to be extremely close. Diegos are tanking significantly. Scoot's Sentinel is going to go down, ladies and gents. Aatrox did it. Barely. Did you see how close that was for the army? If Scoot just a little bit more prepared, if he has the Retriever drop just after the Warthog started going down, he might have been able to hold. But Aatrox has just been so good with aggression throughout this entire match. Great job by him. Equalizing the series here, 1-1. That was great. That was really good. Hope you guys like that. The next map is going to be Frontier, and for that, I think Shipmaster is going to be used this time. Like, that's really his home map. Aatrox might try to counter with Arbiter. Maybe that's going to be worth it. Oh, Tyler Durden has subscribed. Thank you. Appreciate it. There's always an outside chance that you pick Colony in order to deal with the ghost spam. And try to deal with that using choppers and skits, but I think it's unlikely. Let's find out. Ladies and gents, welcome to Frontier. This is the home map of Shipmaster. That's exactly what Scoot's gonna pick. And on the far side, we've got Aatrox, who interestingly picked Forge. I don't quite understand, but then again, my brain is small. We'll see. Perhaps he's got ideas. Guys, these are the leaders that were available. I'm so confused as to why Aatrox didn't pick Arbiter or Colony or something like that. I think Forge actually has a tough time here, but that's just me. Maybe Aatrox knows something I don't. It's what I've observed over the years. I really struggle with UNSC myself here. Banished is just kind of easy mode because you get to run down all the locations with your starting units and still pick up the side resources a little bit. Then you got something like Ghost Spam, which is insanely effective as well. Now, Aatrox is going to be gearing up for some kind of mini-base heavy Forge Hog Marine situation, maybe. It's also possible he just goes Jackrabbits, but I think that loses the Ghosts here. Scoot actually steals some mini base. That's crazy. Can he still get the home one? Yeah, absolutely he can. I wonder if he just jumps to tier 2. But no, he picked up so much power. He just upgrades an extra harvester before getting the ghost upgrade. I think. We're about to find out. Ghost upgrade. And then spam. Aatrox with the freaking barracks. Excuse me? Support drone. Oh man, this is gonna fail so hard. He's getting outspammed significantly if he goes for this. Especially with that barracks, it just means that you can make even fewer rabbits. Even if you upgrade all the pads. Which Forge can do fairly easily, to be fair. But Scoot just needs to print ghosts now. It's his only job. 3 rabbits in the main, that's at least tickling the extractor. Good micro on those ghosts by Scoot. At least there's a little bit of pressure here. But if Scoot just spends his resources, he'll have more ghosts very soon. Getting a few rams as well. It's immediately a different kind of story. Hellbringer's trying to burn the base down. He's serious about this. I have to say the projectile dodging hasn't been working out great for Scoot this game. So maybe Aatrox has something figured out. He's getting a new base too, but that's ambitious, to say the least. 6 ghosts versus 4 rabbits. That's not looking so good. I think the momentum has stopped here for Aatrox. He has a lot of resources behind this, by the way. No second generator or anything like that. And no more rabbits. Yeah, guys, I could have told you that at the start. Marina and Warthog would have done better than this. At least you've got a shot. Especially if you have heavy metal on your Warthog. And then third point, you drop your bombs with ammo around. There's a chance you can annihilate the army, right? It's not a very high chance. Obviously, Scoot will be watching. He probably has extract. But at least he'll lose a mini base. It's something. 10 versus 7. The ghosts are an advantage, but it's not completely insurmountable at this point with the mini base for base trade. Scoot has 2 generators. Aatrox has 2 generators, but much less power. What? That got completely dodged. Did Aatrox just take out the sentinels with Scatterbomb? Is that what we witnessed? What is happening? Well, we didn't really witness it. I was looking away, sorry. That is too many ghosts. 18? Yeah, 18. Man's taking it seriously. The ghost printer job is a career. Well, Scoot can also go tier 2 at this point. And no doubt his ghost can capture power nodes. Because he's got raid 2. It's gonna be all the power nodes belonging to Mr. Scoot. Welcome to crew in the chat. Good to see you. Hey, we got the Warthog. Finally, the time has come for him to get beamed. He's even queuing up the Rams. Oh my god. Bye-bye. It's Shipmaster's home map. You can't do anything about this at that point. Hey, actually for game 2's bet, I didn't give you guys the rewards. Aatrox voters actually get a 16x. And we didn't do a bet for this game free. I apologize for that. Yeah, not the weirdest way we've seen node clearance. We've seen before a jump back brute capture and a reaver kill. That was something. Next map is going to be Mirage. The available leaders are here. No cutter does make it a little bit more interesting. Could be some kind of yap shenanigans. Maybe a rare appearance from Serena for an all-in, but I think Colony is just maybe a little bit too tough. We'll have to see how that goes. Those are my bets anyway. Go. Welcome to Mirage. We've got ourselves a Scoot. He's going yap. On the other side, Aatrox will be bringing Arbiter. Pretty strong leaders for the map. Interestingly, no Colony. I think that would have been great against Yap personally, but hey, you guys can debate in the chat. Now, Arbiter does make it so that you have a lot of mobility with Ghosts, which is great. It's a very open map. I like this. Scoot taking the garrison there. Means that the elite grunts can't. That's very annoying. I don't see that from Yap players enough, to be honest. Anyways, the chopper's coming over now. And this grunt can't run away, but it's already picked up more than half of the energy. And Aatrox is going Arbiter in the middle mini base. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Why go for the hero? That's very interesting. What is Good gonna do about this exactly? He's seeing it, obviously. He's got full vision. Oh, the node strat. Dirty Aatrox. He just node stratted that. That's not cool. He's gonna get a warning for that one. Let me just type to him in the chat. That is super not cool. It's a dirty node strat. I guess he is trying to take it out now, but that was really dirty. Clearing the other one more conventionally, that should be fine. As there's extra grunts coming anyway, and this is cleared. It's still dirty. Let's see what that Arbiter can do anyway. Scoot has a bunch of choppers, but not nearly enough to truly handle this. Yeah, this is fine. Like, it got captured first, sure, but the Sentinels exploded a second later. It's fine. That's how you're supposed to do it. Although if I had my way and I had the keys to the game, you would not be able to start capturing until the Sentinels are dead. That's just me. and they would detect. The mine is gonna detonate! Holy shit! Scoot's owning this, I think, guys. They might end up detonating, but the man has 10 choppers now. Arbiter can't handle that. Come on. What's Aatrox thinking? That should have been a ghost game. With suicide grunts if necessary. Arbiter's raging, but not using it. Obviously, he's gonna get just chain rammed by all the things. Everything here can ram, basically. Oh, the plasma bolt is actually doing a really good job against the choppers. A chance here for Aatrox to get veterancy, perhaps. But it's an outside chance, I should add. Look at this little Beyblade hero. Alright, it's going down. Definitely outlasted, you know, his life expectation. And now Scoot's just gonna head to the main. This is tragic for Aatrox. I don't think he can hold it. There's no significant turretage here. So guys, to be clear, the rules are that if you're going to take a power node, you have to kill the sentinels. Alright, he took the power node and then later decided that, yeah, he should kill the sentinels eventually. So that's just not allowed. You can take the garrison, it's fine. Like, there's nothing stopping you from taking free grunts over and take the power node anyway. That's why I'm complaining. Either way, it doesn't matter. He took care of it. The extractors are gonna go down, and I think Aatrox is just gonna lose the game, though. You can't go hero into Yap Yap. Not with this guy, anyway. Almost enough for tier 2. If he can somehow survive with turrets, then maybe there's a chance. Small chance. Free veterans here if you kill all those grunts. Scoot's coming back with a ton of units. The Rammy boys are around. Oh, there's gonna be methane as well. Very stinky. So many broods, so many broods. Maybe a good plasma bolt could help put a stop to this. Oh, but the methane is just gonna absolutely annihilate this hero. 4-point drop from our Arbiter Gamer as well. Coming through. Oh, I don't think the Arbiter got the buff from that. Wait, he did. He did. The Enforcers are kind of holding, guys. This is looking not so bad. But Arbiter needs much, much more. Plasma Bolt helping a little bit. The Grunts are kind of doing something. Mines getting dropped in for the Arbiter to heal some more. Aatrox is tier 2. Maybe he can spam out some more units. Scoot is also tier 2, however. He's got his double generators upgraded and everything. Arbiter survives. He's gonna get his shields back by the time he arrives here in the battle. And all Aatrox has to do is just accept that he loses that generator maybe one more time. He's just gonna recycle it. That's the right play. Now the hero is back. He could absolutely get rid of these units. I think he's got his ability ready too. In a second. How do you do the cutter long distance hero jump into the chopper? You just target the chopper with the jump. Make sure to hover it. And then click. There is a maximum range, by the way. At some point he will miss, but it's quite substantial. Yeah, Aatrox is a little bit too brave there. You should have just stayed home. That hero was totally fine, man. Was potentially gonna get to a first star. Well, he's trying to remake it, but there's just too many brutes. I think they'll destroy the mini base long before that. Yeah, so to do that Spartan micro, just click the target you want. He will jump onto it correctly, but you have to have hijack. That's important. Otherwise, he just targets the ground. And then you can spam move commands on the ground to cancel the capture if you want that. The stun is 5 seconds long on the Spartan jump. It's one of the longest stunts in the game. So you can use that to drop in mines. And if you get chain rammed, you can spam move orders in order to stay on your feet and not get knocked down. Those are the best tips I've got for that situation. Why do we have a tier 1 goblin? It's fine, but what the hell. Anyway, Scoot is making more of them. He's got the middle mini, he's got Sharstorm Launcher research as well, but Aatrox is alive. He's spamming Marauders now. Arbiter's back out, and he's tier 2 this time. The tier 1 Arbiter absolutely sucks in my opinion, but hey. He can definitely make the tier 2 one work. And we've already seen what he can do with Marauders and a little bit of running around and a little bit of stealing everyone's power nodes. So Aatrox is in his element again. And Scoot is not allowed to take a base because Enforcers drop. Great job. What do you mean it's irritating that ODST doesn't stun long enough for the mine combo? That's not his job. The Spartan starts the stun sequence. You drop in the mines at the same time as the jump happens, and then you follow it up with further drops that do more stunts. So they keep stuff locked in. You can do the ODST, you can do Diego, you can do turrets. There's plenty of stun there. Cut is already one of the best leaders in the game. Don't ask for more. People need to have some kind of counter to that. A little bit of movement space. So they can micro. Of course, people can shoot down the mines, but it's easier said than done. Well, that was very ambitious by Aatrox to dive in like that for that long. But the Marauders are kind of holding. This is super impressive. How are these guys holding so well? Okay, Grunt Dome does change the situation quite badly. For Aatrox is if his enforcers were here, he might just be able to destroy everything. I don't know why Scoot is shooting the main. Just take out the Marauders, dude. He's got no heals ready. I don't think these guys are gonna kill anything anymore. They're gonna go down. Bonk. Great job by Aatrox. Seriously, that was awesome. can he get his Arbiter back out? Because if that happens... Oh, he's almost done. Ran over the mines but barely survived. A Conduit of Rage would be helpful for the Marauder crew here. And guess what Aatrox has? He's got the Conduit. Awesome, awesome work. The Arbiter's heading to the main, by the way. Scoot might not be able to hold this. This is insane. How is Aatrox coming back? I was so ready to write him off, so I was talking about the cutter drops. Well, my mistake. Scoot is significantly behind at this point. I mean, look at that developed base. Okay, the generator isn't upgraded, but easily fixed. And then what does Scoot do? He's got a shield and some gobos, that's it. His minis are getting ravaged. This might be one of those show matches that go to game 7. I like it. Come the Marauders to do some marauding. The turrets are no object. Oh, I guess with that kind of healing they are. At least a little bit. Plasma Bolt will help a little bit, but so will the Arbiter. Big Yap Yap drop now. Scootman does have EMPs ready. And with the combination of Methane, they just absolutely annihilate those vehicles. We've got a beam as well coming through, and as everyone will come out of stasis, they're about to get to business. That's a good little cleanup. What do you do about Aatrox having all the minis? And all the bases? I guess you can kill the Arbiter again, that's nice, but what now? It's just insane how ahead our Arbiter gamer is. Please tell me we got the upgrade. Yes, we do. We've also got another Arbiter coming. And all... Oh! Get the power! Get the power! No power. Another 5-slot base coming right up, ladies and gents. Got a whole lot of Marauders still rolling out of the main as well. Oi, what's this then? One of the extractors is at great risk. Shade turrets trying to help defend. Maybe the healers can do the healing. Oh my god, they didn't do it. They had the cooldown, but didn't press the button. Here he comes again. He's not finished. Another extractor destroyed. Oh, I think Scoot might just be dead, guys. That's it. I don't see how one recovers from this. Quick kill on those turrets before they become anti-vehicle. Gobos are next. Marauder after Marauder. Aatrox keeps pumping. He's got all the bases he's gonna ever need. And so much for the heroes. Although there sure is a constant stream of them. Was that a shield trying to come up? I think so. Pair of brutes could do some damage here to Aatrox's base, but our boy is getting ready with turrets and everything. War Council is about to be destroyed, and Scoot wants no more of this. He's had enough. Aatrox is equalizing the series 2-2. You guys are gonna get at least a game 6. This is awesome. Actually, I'm gonna get it too. And I didn't put a bet again. Sorry. We're gonna do that this time, alright? Man, they're doing great. This is fun. Here are the remaining 3 leaders each. But do you remember all of them have to be used at some point if we go to a game 7. Can't see the map. What are they picking? Next map is Vault. That could be a Decimus, in my opinion, from Scoot. And maybe Aatrox will have some fun with this and go for a Kinsano. I'd love that, but I think it's more likely that he picks Isabel here and keeps Colony for some medium-sized map rather than bring it out here for the big round. But they're already loading in, so let's go to Vault. Listeners, I did not expect quite this setup, but it's interesting. Scootman's gonna go for Jerome, and on the other side we've got Aatrox picking Colony. I mean, there's nothing particularly wrong with it. Jerome has time for heroes, so you got some really fast early units. You could go into Jackrabbits, although I probably wouldn't advise it against Colony in particular. You could still pull it off on the minis and then swap into some snipers for handling the Capitano. But I think just a Marine-based build is gonna be fine here. Do remember the Marines are like 20% better with Jerome, 15%, sorry, better with Jerome than with everyone else. That makes a pretty big difference. I'd like to see Scoot buy this middle mini before Aatrox does. It should be no problem economically. He's getting his back mini as well secured, so that Scoot doesn't just, so Aatrox doesn't just steal it. Oh, and I think for the chat, we wanted to do a prediction. Let's do that real quick. This is game number 5. Right, yes. Nobody's buying that mini. What's going on? Okay, Aatrox isn't going for shenanigans with a second generator just yet. Instead, we've got a hero mid-map. It's gonna be really good for taking power nodes. Whatever direction he ends up going. Also, he could just come over and bully the mini base and stuff like that. Well, the map preview builds are awful. Yes, it's because they're AI. They're just an AI. We had to get a mod that disables the interface and everything. Got a Spartan. Aatrox is grabbing the middle minis. I think he's gonna go 4-2 mini bases. So Scootman is gonna be very constrained to just one location, but he does have snipers already. That's the good news. Together with the Spartan and maybe mines, that would be able to get rid of a lot of the trouble here. Some good shots coming through, but Goliaths are already heading to the main. At least the one. And we should be getting more from this raid camp eventually. Taunt is getting researched right now. Generator's getting bonked, but I don't think he will make it. It's just one boy. If it had been two boys, maybe a little bit more sneakily, then this could have worked. But you don't want to commit too hard here. Just take the power nodes like I suggested. Enjoy your 4-2 mini base advantage. Go tier 2. And you should be having a pretty good time from there. Look how quickly he takes out the Sentinels. Yes, indeed, Aatrox won that Arbiter game somehow. It was crazy. This is a pretty good attack on the mini base. I don't think it can be dealt with. You don't want to run the Hunter Capitano into 4 snipers either. That's just suicide. But that does mean that Scoot is out of position, and it's a good opportunity for Aatrox to do his drop attack. And now that generator is most certainly toast. He doesn't have a clean counter to this either. Running home is going to take forever, even if he just sends the snipers. The Capitano can just calmly take power nodes with people, or he can just stay in the middle to protect them. Heavy supply pad will go down. Back supply pad will very likely go down as well. We've got a heal. Where's the snipers, man? Oh, they're with the blob. That's gonna take a long time. Jerome is actually slowing it down. His speed kind of isn't great. Especially once he has his upgrade. Actually, he gets slowed down by that. So you could go not upgraded with him and maintain faster movement. That's an option that sometimes people do. But obviously having the Mantis is really good for fighting. So people usually just end up having it. That's devastating for Scoot. I mean, even if he takes over this mini base, which he did, and secures a location, Capitano or not, surviving, it doesn't matter too much. Devastating damage has been dealt to his economy, and that's important to note. Snipers get pulled back nicely. Not that one. Capitano reaches 1-star status, but I don't think he can outdamage all that sniper DPS. Either way, he's got a 3rd extractor already. He's gonna get out an Apex and supposedly the hero back out as well. We've got some Rangers on the field. Capitanos coming back with his upgrade, mind you. Taking the power nodes is gonna help at least a little bit for Scoot. He's gonna have 4 power nodes. That's huge. I was gonna say the snipers are gonna be useful here, but then they get picked up by the grunt in the garrison. Not quite enough elites, honestly, for Aatrox to be comfortable here. Bit of a tough time there. Spartan is getting in a huge Mantis landing there. That was good. I think he'll still go down eventually to this overwhelming firepower. The mines are nice, but largely get dodged. Spartan still goes down. No Mantis used here in the end to garrison him. That's unfortunate. I think Scoot might be in trouble here. Because that Capitano isn't going down, is it now? There are 2 engineers. It's gonna get healed just fine. And he can take the power node back. Eventually go to tier 3, and once this Capitano is tier 3, you're just not killing it. The Goliath's dropping. Why here, actually? You don't need that here. Could have gone over here to Goliath that. I guess he expected more resistance. We've got a Mastodon now. There's probably going to be many, many more of those for Scoot. But he doesn't have a second base, which is kind of tragic. So Aatrox can, in theory, do whatever he wants. His second base is coming online pretty good. Gonna spend some supplies upgrading, some power upgrading the supplies, I mean. I wonder how urgent tier 3 is for him. Like, do you really want to go Wraiths in this matchup? Knowing that Omega team could be a risk. Then again, Scoot is absolutely getting battered in terms of the economy. Losing all those units earlier and not having a second base. Omega team is a distant dream. Another sniper here. Wonder if there's enough snipers down here for the job. I mean, there's 3, 4. Yeah, put them in Mastodons and the situation might be tough even for the Capitano under shields. As in engineer bubbles. A scout from Aatrox. I think he's got his Goliath drop ready in a second. There are 3 turrets, but that's still fine to take out the generator. Comes to high ground abuse. Scoot's base isn't immortal. Eventually this will take it out. So he has to do something about the Capitano there. Combat repair for Aatrox. He's spending a lot of resources on just getting more stuff. He's tier 3, he's getting Wraiths. Okay, interesting. I like the addition of the Shroud here. It's helping a lot against sniper shots. 1 star on the big boy. It's not looking too hot for Scoot, honestly. That's without engineer repair coming through. That's just his lifesteal for the most part. Mantis is already taken out. And the Goliaths are getting called in down there. I do think the Capitano could use some repair here from the Engies. They don't want to commit with all those Marines around. Either way, with many, many Marines going down, this guy is actually just going to get veterans to level 2 soon. That's crazy. The limousine is going to get nuked momentarily. There it is. Still no second star, but we got to be really close. Blister back. And the Wraiths are finally arriving to Scoot's base. Is super, super weak. But the Goliaths are now getting called back for just a moment to bait all this infantry into blaster back fire. They're getting absolutely owned. Scoot is nowhere near rich enough for any Omega team shenanigans, and he's gonna have to resign here. Beautiful work by Aatrox. He just got rich quick, and that puts his 3rd point on the scoreboard. Great tier 3 transition. great identification of the actual game state and how rich Scoot is. Because you certainly do not want to donate your tier 3 units when they can be just chain hijacked 3 at a time. One more victory for Aatrox, and he's got it. The next map is going to be Ashes. That's Scoot's pick. And these are the leaders still available, so I think that's going to be a Decimus for him most likely. And for Aatrox, we should be expecting either an Isabel or a Kinsano. I would say most likely an Isabel, because as cool as Kinsano is with the Jackrabbits, I think he's going to play it safe. But then again, it's Aatrox. He likes to do stuff. You know, Kinsano rabbits are pretty damn hot on the map. If you can control the minis, then even Decimus is going to struggle. So, ladies and gents, let's go to Ashes. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. We're loading in. You're not gonna believe this. Ladies and gents, Scootman, as expected, is using up his Decimus here on Ashes. It's a really good leader for it, but so is Kinsano. Let's talk about that a little bit. So the Kinsano pick is all about the Jackrabbits, right? You get their red line, they're fast as fuck, boy. And they've got serious tanking potential every time they get kills from heat of battle. So that's great. But what about Decimus? Decimus kind of has a slower start to this. I don't think you can just get away with grunt play, but if you do some good mines and grunts, that can take care of the Jackrabbits for sure. It's just, I don't think you're ever gonna get to fight them on your terms. That's the problem. So Aatrox should be able to control the mini bases, unless Scoot really can do something about it and steal this one and turn it into a more aggressive situation where they have to fight around Aatrox's base. That would not be so good for the Jackrabbits. It's still not guaranteed that Scoot will get an equal amount of mini bases. Like if Aatrox just gets 4-2, then he's gonna spam Jackrabbits and cause massive amounts of chaos. This is a semi-rush build by Scoot. He doesn't seem to be committed to anything else. Does he have more barracks at home? No. It's all pads. But they are quite nicely upgraded. He can reinforce this with choppers if he really wants to. And Chopper plus Brute can definitely get something done. Aatrox is just making Marines for now, as I'm sure he's interested in like power nodes later, but it might have been more productive to go for Rabbits. He also doesn't have a turret, despite the fact that he's getting bullied in his main. Pretty nice rams going through. What? Okay, forget everything I said about the Jackrabbits. He's just not doing those powers. He still did heat of battle, but I mean, Hellbringer drop instead of Redline? Seriously? That's desperation. Because the Brutes are gonna kill that. The Choppers are gonna kill that. It's not a good response to this. I think Scoot might just kill Aatrox now. There's not enough units here. There's no turret coming up. Don't even need suicide grunts. The choppers alone can counter the Marines. There are plenty of them. All you gotta do is not hit the Marine with heat of battle armor. It's a pretty short duration as well on that. So this should be a very, very big advantage right now for Scoot. There is a... What? I wasn't even checking what's on those minis because nobody does this. Kinsano's Cyclops in tier 1 just doesn't have the stats. She most certainly doesn't have the speed. But also just health and damage aren't quite there. Now, she might be able to defend the base, but with the generator already down and so much power sunk into Kinsano, I don't like this. The upgrade just got done as well, so... Okay, I guess she has Flame Wall, but... Then what? The choppers are still a threat for her. With so many stuns and staggers and all that, I'm not sure she's going to be having a great time here. In fact, I'm sure she's not. This hero has been hard countered, ladies and gents. Hell drops ready. That might save her. Nope, the stuns aren't happening. That's a dead hero. Wait a second. She gonna escape? The infantry path might have just saved her. Oh my god! Ah, there's a chopper. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye. I guess the prophecy is true and we're getting game 7. Right? That's how it works. Does Scoot have a second gen? No, he's continuing the pump. At some point he's gonna unlock a beam and these Marines are gonna disappear. Vortex is ready. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's gonna be enough for several of the Marines to start with, and then the choppers just finish up. Everyone's debuffed, so the chopper damage is just through the roof at the moment. And nobody can really sustain against that. Aatrox is dead. He didn't even have grenades. Maybe if he had gone grenades, this would have been kind of survivable, but hey, you guys are getting a game 7. Stop complaining. I didn't give you guys points for game 5 even. That was a victory by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Aatrox. I'm very bad at managing this whole thing. Killer Tortilla is having fun. That's great. Good to hear. Good to hear. Happy to be around for Halo Wars 2, obviously. Even if I complained during the amateur league about viewership, I think for pro events, for these higher level show matches, you guys are still gonna be around, so don't worry. I'm gonna definitely be around in the second half of the year as well. And in fact, you can sign up to the Pro League. Have you seen that? It's a pinned message in both of the chats, Twitch and YouTube. And we've got ourselves a very nice prize pool for that, of course. It's the Pro League, after all. With some donations as well. £235, ladies and gents. And it's happening next Saturday. I really hope to see you there. Please, please, please click the link. Make an account on the website. Go to that page and scroll down until you see the giant join tournament button. And then click it. It's going to be very nice. Once you click it, everybody will be happy. Sorry for the players, they were waiting for me, but I had to say that before everybody leaves after Game 7 concludes. Hey, by the way, after this I'll throw in a bonus game if it's not a 1-hour match. Let's get the last of the leaders out of the way. They're gonna go Rift again. So I'm not gonna play the map intro, you've already seen it today. Let's just load in right away. The prophecy is true! Ladies and gents, these are the only remaining leaders that they had in the draft, so I don't need to show you what's left. It's just these two. Serena and Isabel, respectively, for Scootman and Aatrox. Who practices this? The Isabel mains. The Serena mains, I suppose. Maybe a little bit. But they probably face more cutter than anything. A little bit of Aatrox. Those are the common leaders anyway. Got box standard builds. Both players are taking it seriously because it's a winner takes all kind of show match, right? I mean, 50 pounds is not bad for just 2 hours of scrimming. It's gonna be maybe 3 hours. That's still pretty good though, in Halo Wars terms. Question in the chat: is it possible to do one bigger amateur 1v1 per season? Very unlikely because we just get 20 viewers. So the cost efficiency of Amateur League is great, right? That's not the problem. My problem is that I'm spending an entire Saturday on something that doesn't have growth potential, and then other streamers just host a show match at the same time, so literally nobody will watch it besides the players. I don't know, guys. I don't want to make it so that Metaplace is the second choice for the community as to what to watch, and I think the players need to play their parts in helping the newcomers, right? So if we provide the top tier content, then what you can consider is that this is where you go to watch, to learn, to copy stuff, and then you try it out in whatever tournament is available, so Rising Star and Pro League. But I think with Amateur League just getting watched by 20 people average, or 25, or whatever the number is, it's not enough for Metaplace to sustain itself. We can pay for the event, that's not a problem. The videos bring it back too, that's not a problem. The problem is that we're not going to grow, and the events have less and less interest over time, so it's just a death loop, you know? We have to focus on what works. This is not so box standard, by the way, by Scoot. I've been hovering around his base for this. Aatrox is box standard. He's gonna be prepared for it too-ish. The turret for safety is very important. He knows now that this is happening, so second turret wouldn't be out of the question. I like the Spartan a lot. Definitely should take the Garrison, just to make sure there's a little bit extra firepower. But Scoot is not gonna mess around. He's pumping out the cryo troopers from the mini base. Ditto. There's a back mini base that he hasn't yet taken, but I'm sure at some point he'll consider it. Oh, the Spartan gets a slam off with the mines, but Scoot's gonna delete the mines with the ice. So that's some pretty good icicles there, telling Aatrox to chill out. I think after the stream I'm gonna have some ice cream because it's still kind of warm here. It was warm like for 2 days, and the building is still holding that heat. Like it's not warm now outside. That's hilarious. Anyway, Spartan's gonna get absolutely shreked there by the shatter damage. Those Marines are all getting frozen as well. If they get shattered, that will be a full wipe. But what's really important here for Aatrox's situation is that he's getting chilled everywhere. So when I said he needs to chill out, according to Scoot, that means he shouldn't have income. Look at his power right now, how slowly it goes versus how quickly Scoot's does. This is not even comparable. Now, Aatrox does have a little bit of a mini node strat. I'm not gonna care about that one because it's just one hurt sentinel. It happens. But getting the generator frozen and chilled, it means you don't have money. You can't remake the Spartan easily. I guess you can do it once, but not twice. And at some point, Scoot will bring back the ice cream truck. There are so many cryo troopers here. You can permanently freeze the Spartan as well. And if you stick close to the base, you can't drop mines on them with the Spartan slab. So that play is also not available. There's no economy, ladies and gents. There's no economy. Scoot, off the back of this, should definitely buy the mini base. But he's not being that economical just yet. Nice shatter, by the way, on that supply pad. This will be probably the end of the push. But I think Scoot has accomplished enough, right? Like, he's ahead in power significantly. If he takes power nodes, things are going to be fine. Maybe if Scoot takes power nodes, things are going to be alright. Still have to fear the Isabel a little bit. I mean, I'm sure Aatrox could just get a second generator at this point. And he is doing it. Plus, he's also going to build up further turrets to make sure he's actually staying safe. So as to not get frozen again. Scoot's doing the same, but he's ahead in power, remember? Got the extra mini base, but no building on it. That's a problem. As long as he stays ahead in power node control. I still favor Serena in this position. Plus, don't forget, Serena has the big drop later at 5th point. Good mine drop there. But Serena can delete them. Oh god, that wasn't one. Okay. It's very important, I think, that you drop the icicles on the middle mine. That way, you typically get the detonation on all of them. Aatrox is behind by just a little bit in power. Just a tiny little bit. Aatrox cleaned up the Sentinel. So all is fair. Power node got saved. Aatrox with the expansion now. He's feeling very solid about that. I wonder what Scoot's plan is. He's got some Frost Ravens on one base. Now that's adventurous. I personally prefer that on 2 base. Because you can then hold better with turret support. But he's the man with a plan. We'll have to see what he actually does here. Raven could get off a pretty good shatter there. There's already 3 of them. Mine combo once again comes through. There should be icicles around for this. Oh god. He takes the damage. Maybe there weren't icicles. Oh. Mac Blast also. The AoE of it kind of missed. The Spartan will get shattered. But with the drop turret, it might just be too much damage for the Spartan to survive no matter what. So many Marines here. They're not getting shattered right now. Scoot, I think, might be making a small mistake there. There's too many Marines for the Frost Ravens to handle the situation. The Spartan is getting frozen. The shatter damage will kill it. Beautiful work. But 1 Frost Raven goes down for it. So the cost efficiency has been pretty good for Aatrox, actually. He just remakes a Spartan and has 3 Frost Raven kills and Bison. Are you kidding me? Like, that's great. That was great cost efficiency for Aatrox. Don't worry so much about the Spartan losses, right? Now, Scoot has to remake this. He still doesn't have a second base, and Aatrox does. That just means he's going to be able to run away economically from this current situation. We're going to see Vortox getting pumped out, which will also help significantly against these light marine attacks. Those are just not going to be enough from here on out, and I think we have to start favoring Aatrox very shortly. But if Scoot somehow manages to get his act together and do a big drop, that could entirely change the game because there's 2 tanks in there. If you manage to do that as you kill a Spartan as well, situation's even better with that. Oh yeah, the bonus match is basically guaranteed. This is too good to not give you guys a bonus match. Hey, I once again forgot to put up a bet for Twitch. Let's do it. You guys got 5 minutes to do your bet. Okay, the base is quite developed by now. There's going to be an air pad as well. Plenty of warthogs. They're trying to do some kind of small counter attack right now. They're also on the mini base of Scoot. So that's quite threatening actually to Scoot's economy. I don't think his second base is going to work out actually. It might be smarter to do the big drop at this point because he's almost got the point for it, right? Yeah, see, this time he managed to detonate them all. Good icicles to counter that. Come on, ice creamers. Get the hog. It's difficult, I know. Oh, there's no turret in the main for Scoot. That's a disaster. The generator is definitely going to go down. There's no one coming to help out with that. I definitely think he should have gone all in with his drop. Good pre-split against the Spartan so that there's no slam happening there. The Ice Screamers had their guns upgraded. The shatter damage will be massive. Now that there's no Spartan, Scoot can do his drop. This is the opportunity, ladies and gents, but Aatrox is everywhere. It's taking out the generators, additional buildings. Scoot's second base is doing nothing right now. So this is going to be the all-in that I spoke about anyway. Really like Aatrox's situation at this moment. Drop turret back home, trying to save the day, but it's nowhere near enough. 4 buildings have been destroyed, and I think the Expo is going to be destroyed. Big drop comes through. There's 2 tanks in there. Pretty potent business. The ice cream truck has managed to freeze up the buildings on the Expo as well. Aatrox is losing a lot of units, but he's still pumping his 72 population. The Spartan is back out. Should be able to kill 1 tank and take the other. I think that could be a disaster for Scoot. Now, Spartan's not going to risk doing both because there's a lot of freezing here, right? After all, he's destroying the main base. That's good enough. He's destroyed the Expo already. He's got all the 4 mini bases around the map. And tank versus tank is okay for this situation also. A mech blast could finish off the majority of his army. Oh, tank actually survives. Barely. Didn't quite get chilled to the freezing point. Warthog should be able to destroy the tank or the ice cream truck, maybe, if they're really prudent about it, but they kind of stopped chasing. Anyway, there's still the hog fleet on the main. Scoot's about to lose it. Guys, this is it. I think Aatrox wins. There's no way back. There's no resource. Scoot can't even make a pad, man. It's a disaster. Oh boy. Yeah, those ramps will finish off everything. Oh my goodness. GG. GG. Aatrox did it, ladies and gents. Absolutely epic. Epic show match. Great back and forth overall. Insane first game, especially with those Ultramines and Mega Turrets. Super fun. That was great. Thanks to both players, and thanks to Dark Angel for actually sponsoring the show match. I really hope Dark Angel is going to benefit from this very much as well. I'm going to post it as a separate video on YouTube, most likely. Cause he specifically wanted to review this, and he deserves to do so in the best of detail. So, ladies and gents, I'm going to choose the outcome there for the Aatrox gamer. And the people that bet on him are walking away with a 20% profit margin. GG all around. Now for that bonus game, shall we get it? Super great games from both sides, guys. That was awesome. I mean, one of the best show matches I've probably ever gotten to cast on Metaplays, this one. I love the Game 7s to start with, but there's more to it, right? Hey, is this the right camera position for me? I mean, I can put myself here. It's fine. I guess I'll block like whatever the hero is. And we'll take off the scoreboard. And what else? The round text. There we go. The Ultramines were epic. Alright guys, bonus game time. And by the way, while we wait for me to click random, do remember to sign up to the Pro League, alright? It's got a pretty good prize pool. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. £235, and it's this upcoming Saturday, alright? Alright, off we go. Bonus game. There's not another show match, unfortunately, no. But we do have ourselves a bonus game. Who are we? Serena. Why are we? Oh no. I'm gonna go Quad Marine here in order to capture a nearby power node and then potentially do a bit of a Scootman build. Surely we can do more minis. Look at those bastardo grunts. Ah, we can't reach them from here. That's fine. We'll take the mini. It's gonna be quite all in. But I still want that top mini base just to have some backup for the economy. Do we just get the armory from the main? It's a long rush distance. I don't like it. Let's just put this as a barracks for now. can shoot the grunts a little bit, but it's honestly not the best. Shoot it. Let them have the top. They've scouted everything. So that situation is not so great. I am playing some ladder, yes. I'm around, what was I again? 3.5 MMR at the moment. But I play random, so it's like hard mode. And I've got all the pros added, so they actually search me out as well. That's really tough. That's my excuses. Who am I against? I have no idea. Di Lorenzo? I don't know who that is. They're not playing the tournaments, that's for sure. Hey, Dark Angel, there you are. Hope it's gonna help you, man. Okay, we're gonna have 3 power nodes off the back of this, so it's not quite the Scoot build. It's a little bit more economical than that. And I also like to get grenades. And then off we go. See how that works? See how they like it. I have nearly enough for grenades here. My Aatrox doesn't have super easy defenses against mass infantry like this early on. We'll wedge ourselves in there. Oh shit, I've run over the mines. That's tragic as a starter. Okay, let's nerf that hero down a little bit. Somebody's watching, I think. They're really prepared. Oh god. We're way too clumped. I don't like it. That hero is gonna go down, however, I'm not gonna let it live. This is tragic. Alright, let's just live off the power nodes. Let's get a second generator. Let's get those top minis. This is tragic. At least I killed the hero, but yeah. I'm pretty sure this guy might have been watching. Either way, we're gonna have a lot more income than our opponents, so things are fine-ish. Now, this could be so much worse. We still have 3 cryo troopers, so I'm pretty confident we can take out the top mini bases. Things will be fine. T2's nearly ready. And we're gonna want a second base right after the click. Got that. Very nice. 5 power nodes. Look at the Viggles. Alright, got him. What are we gonna do next? I think just garages, right? No urgent need for any other business. We're gonna get combat tech marines, of course. Do I wanna go into Frost Ravens? I mean, I'm kinda tempted. Not going to lie. Holding the 5 power nodes is super sick for sure. Let's protect those while we're at this. Let's get the pad upgrades. Some more turrets. Alright. I think we're doing hot. We're pretty cool. Ah! Dangerous. It's a dangerous man. Maybe we don't do the Frost Ravens, we just wait for the big drop to happen, right? Just spam Marines in the meantime, get all these pad upgrades and shit. That should be enough. I changed my mind about the Frost Ravens. We'll keep it for later. We might do it still. Destroy the Harvester for extra XP. There we go. We don't really want to mess with him right now anyway. Show me the Warthog. Do we get the cryo upgrade? I mean, we might as well. Okay. This is decent enough. Now, hopefully he doesn't have free bases or some stuff like that. That would be bad. Maybe a Wolverine or two wouldn't hurt. In case he's got a ton of NGs. And just survives the big drop or some stuff like that. Now we save money. Need it for the deposit. Ah, come on. My 1-star boy. Let him live. Ah. One Nightingale, yeah. We can afford one Nightingale, come on. He doesn't let me have anything. But Mom... Off we go then. Technically I can upgrade vehicles. Marauder? Oh shit, the mines again. Alright, come over. Do I just do this? I think I can. Should have shot the Raven, dude. He got nearly my whole drop. This is insane. Oh, he mined it. I did not see that. Okay, that's insane. He got mines everywhere, actually. Well, let's get that cryo truck out. And then, you know, the Marines can just go and capture the power nodes and... we can live off dividends. That wasn't so great, but I got rid of the Chosen at least. I'm still controlling the power nodes. I'm preventing his third base. I can get my third base and just get out a lot more hogs this time around. And maybe also... Yeah, just... let's just do this. This is probably safer. Alright. More Gales. And once we get the population upgrade next, we can actually start adding some Frost Ravens as well. I'm not really eager to go to that base of his until we got the Ice Cream Truck with us. I have no idea what units he's making besides the Marauders, so we're gonna check on him again. Hunters. Full anti-vehicle turret upgrades. Look at our pop upgrade, and our next attack will be even better. I have no idea what's in his main, actually. It's very limited effectiveness here for the hunters, actually, because... Oh, tier 3. Alright. Well, we're not in a rush. We can just wait for... actually, just make a third generator here on the new base. Maybe even a fourth one. Another garage. And then... Ravens, yeah. We can stay tier 2 for quite a while. Why can't I drop the damn turret? So annoying. There we go. Not so fun for him. Yeah, we're pushing this super hard right now. Just get the Nightingales out. We can actually get some air upgrades behind this. Oh shit, his Chosen's upgrade to tier 3. Might want to be a little bit more careful. Lots of Reavers from our boy. Damn, he didn't freeze. Wow, we're losing everything. What a disaster. I guess he's losing a lot too, though. Anyway, I can go tier 3 now, and we're gonna be back with so many tanks. He's gonna regret this. So got a little bit of power. We can upgrade all those generators. Get ourselves all the turrets in the world. Not a lot of resources at the moment, but we'll spend it on tanks in a moment. Well, he's not coming to me, that's for sure. And we're gonna have level 2 upgraded tanks immediately with infinity garages. So the situation is definitely not bad. Add some gales to this. Probably a glacial storm wouldn't be the worst. The guy's doing good, actually. Whoever this is doing alright. Do we get canister, or do we just go reinforcements, I think? Yeah, we'll save up for that. I'm still already gonna have a lot of stuff here. Yeah, definitely reinforcements before everything else. Come on. We'll wait for the hero and the tanks to link up, however. Alright, we're gonna get another pad just to save up for more resources. In case we need a replacement after this. In case I eat an eradication or some stupid stuff like that. We have 6 upgraded Frost Ravens. We have a ton of leader powers ready to go to Remax. I think we'll be just fine. And we're also gonna want to upgrade our heavy cryo burst, of course. Population should be done in a sec. And then 3 more tanks will come from the bases. He's a little bit out of position there, so we can come down and punish this. Supposedly. Oh, he's gonna eat the mines! That's hot. Or cool. I guess it's cool. As I said, we're gonna eat the eradication a little bit. But that's cool because we got the cryo drop right away. Literally seconds out. That Aatrox is gonna have to shut up a little bit. And he gives up before we can even get Canny. I was just gonna get it now. Alright, ladies and gents, the bonus game. The victory Serena should have gotten in the first place. What level was this guy actually? I'm gonna quickly look it up. Where am I from in the UK? Manchester area, roughly. But I'm not from him. Probably doesn't practice enough on the same leader, but he has a lot of Aatrox. I don't know. That was kind of solid. He just didn't ever push out, and I guess making turret upgrades is not that particularly difficult. Alright, ladies and gents, we're going to be calling it here. And I'll look for somebody to raid. Thank you all very much for watching. We do not have a, you know, sponsorship or anything for today. We haven't had one in a while, unfortunately. So that's going to be that. Join the Pro League, please. Please do that. Let me just check who's streaming on Halo Wars, if anybody. It's one of those very low quality 3v3 streams. How about I send you guys to Boyd, who's doing some Age of Mythology tournament right now. High level casting. I think it's a good amount of money on the line as well there. I'm not quite sure. Ask the chat. Go take a look. Age of Mythology is pretty fun too. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you again next week for the Pro League. Bye-bye.